Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a cross-body chest press with the cable machine. Now I'm going to show you both with both arms, just a normal chest press, or unilaterally, which if you recall, just means we're going to do all on one side and all on the other. But the important thing about utilizing this as one of the moves is because we're going to have a reverse grip and because we're going to come across the body, we're going to actually get the best of both worlds. We're going to be activating a little bit more. Now we can't isolate parts of the pec, but we can influence different areas of the pec by the line of pull or the angle that we're hitting the muscle fibers with. So this angle that we're coming at and the way that we have our palms up is actually going to activate a little bit more of that cleavage area, okay? So the upper middle pec is what really gets a little bit more attention in this move. So it's a really powerful one. Now, it's also something that we're gonna use a little bit of our shoulders in more than we would in a normal chest press or a normal fly. Remember, we always wanna keep our shoulders out of those. But that's one of the great things about using this move on the cable machine is we're actually able to load it up with a little bit more weight than we can when we do a low pulley cable fly, which is really good for that area as well. We just can't load it as heavy because we're trying to keep our shoulder out of that. With this, we're going to use a little bit of our shoulder, which means we now can actually load it up a little bit heavier, build up a little bit more. So you're going to start with your palms up. I like when I'm doing chest presses or flies not to grip. If you grip, you're going to activate your biceps, and then that will actually kind of pull the pec out a little bit, okay? So I like my hands open. You're going to have your arms at a 90-degree angle, okay? But they're going to be out a little bit from your body. So not quite a 45, somewhere between 45 and 30. You're going to come in a split stance. So your front leg is in, you have one leg in front of you, one leg in back of you, and your weight is shifted into the middle. Your core is nice and tight. I'm up on my toe on my back foot. And I'm just going to simply press. Now, because we're crossing our body, that's really important because as we cross, we're actually going to get one last little bit of contraction right in here, that if we don't cross our body, if we don't adduct that much, we don't get that extra little squeeze, okay? So our pecs muscle is meant to adduct, meaning bringing our arm across our body. So the more we bring it across, the more we get that contraction. So we're actually going to cross our hands at the top of this, and because one hand's going to be higher than the other, we're going to alternate those. So it'll be like this each rep, okay? So we're here, my arms are down and back, my chest is up, my core is nice and tight, my arms are about that 30 to 45 degree angle, and I'm going to press up just like I was on a bench, and then I'm going to come back down. And then remember, I'm going to alternate which hand goes up. So I'm going to squeeze my pecs, pushing forward, and come back down, controlling back down. Remember, that negative is just as important, if maybe even not a little bit more important in muscle building than the actual contraction up. So again, squeeze the pec and down, going high, right about face level. Squeeze the pec, alternate which hand goes up, higher, and down. Now, if we're going to do this unilateral, just dropping one cable, we're going to do the exact same thing. I actually think unilateral is really important, maybe even just on a warm-up. Even if I haven't written that as a unilateral for your program today, as a warm-up, that's always good because then you can put your hand right here on your pec and really get that mind-muscle connection. That's very key, especially in muscles like the pec, which are often asleep. The faster you can build that mind-muscle connection, the better. So I like to put my hand right there on the pec so I can make sure, watch, when I squeeze my pec, it automatically moves the shoulder. That's my pec muscle, moving the shoulder. So I want to start there. That's my primary mover. That's what I'm activating. I've got my arm at the 90-degree angle. I've got my arm about 45, 30 degrees out from the side of my body, and I'm going to squeeze my pec first. So squeeze, press across the body. So my right hand is now in alignment with my left shoulder pretty much. And I'm going to control that negative back. I'm going to squeeze, push, control that negative back. There you go, you guys. Those are your either dual or unilateral cross-body dumbbell, cross-body cable chest presses, right? Yeah, right.